For me, I think it was just the exposure to amount of diverse cultures that were here. The town I come from is a small country town, about 45 minutes east from here. We had little minute pockets of different cultures, but to come to an institution where it's very broadly seen, especially when you get involved and see certain aspects, it wasn't a shock, it was just more of appreciation for me to be able to see and be able to interact with different cultures.
I think when I came to NC State, I didn't really know what my expectations were for diversity and inclusivity. I think because I didn't really know what it meant or how it impacted me directly. That when I came to this university and you're surrounded by people who have different cultures, different races, ethnicities, people who identify on the gender spectrum, even people from different states, you're kind of immersed in this place that you don't really get exposed to in most high school scenarios.
Inclusivity can't happen if you don't include yourself. So even though NC State has all these great events that are meant to include the entire student population, like Packapalooza for instance, you're not going to make the most of it if you're not actively pursuing putting yourself in there and getting to know the people around you.
So I expect two main things from my peers in terms of tolerance and inclusivity. First, a tolerance for identities different than their own. That might be people of a different race, a different religion, or a different sexuality. Secondly, I expect an openness towards dialogue. People might not always agree with you, but it's important to have that open dialogue no matter what side you're on.
So I've had a few resources. When I first got to campus, got involved with the African American Culture Center and Multicultural Student Affairs were two of the biggest avenues. I feel like they got me exposed to different things, such as Living Legends program or student success series, just different things like that. And then getting involved with alternative service breaks allowed me to appreciate kind of my blessings of what I have when it comes to resources. We went to a ASB trip in DC and was able to help out hunger and homelessness. And it gives you a certain appreciation for what you do have.
The three main resources I used to either broaden my experiences or learn more about my own identity were Multicultural Student Affairs, the Women's Center, and the GLBT Center. The staff at all three of these locations are amazing aides and will help you learn about others or about yourself. I know that there are also many students at these locations that are glad to talk about their own experiences and help you learn.
Take the time to include yourself in other events and be more open-minded about who your circle of friends might be, rather than just sticking to people who speak the same language or look just like you or act just like you. Differ out and branch out and try to find, people that you wouldn't really normally hang out with, because they're either going to help you figure out who you are or they're going to just solidify everything you already know about yourself.
You haven't even taken your first class yet, but already you're a part of us.
A part of the pack.
A community with high expectations and core values.
You are transitioning to NC State.
A campus community which, like many others, has its issues.
But we're actively trying our best to figure it out and solve these issues.
We believe in taking a realistic look at college life and some of the situations you may encounter. We believe in having honest conversations and having tough topics and uncomfortable situations talked about on our campus.
The next presentation does not sugarcoat life on a college campus. Some of the situations are hard to listen to, some are frightening, and some even might make you angry.
But we believe in the Wolfpack family, and we know that each of us can make a positive impact.
Think about what you want your experience to be and what legacy you want to leave while you're here. And never forget,
you're part of the Wolfpack, and that means something.
It's time for you to decide who you will be.
We are North Carolina State University.
And this is the home of the Wolfpack.
We transform lives, research, economies, and environments.
We stand at the shadow of the bell tower.
We wear red and white.
We think and do.
We are the Wolfpack, and we are NC State.
What does it mean to be a part of NC State? To earn this degree, to find your place in this community.
By choosing membership in the NC State community, we affirm
A commitment to integrity and the pursuit of excellence in our academic, personal, and professional endeavors.
We honor.
Freedom of thought and expression.
We respect.
The diversity of individuals and groups.
We honor.
Our commitment to fairness and justice.
We commit.
To conducting ourselves in accordance with the highest ethical standards.
We foster.
Engagement in a culture of service and stewardship within the NC State, national, and global communities.
We are.
Proud members of the Wolfpack family.
We are NC State.
Collectively and individually, we define the pack.
Each person brings their voice.
Their lived experiences.
Their story,
Their goals.
and their identities to the pack.
I am a young black educated female who is beating the odds.
I am Indian and I am American.
I am gay, and I have found my place here.
I am a type 1 diabetic and nothing holds me back.
I am a small-town southern biochemist and encourage it to everyone. I am a blue-collar worker, and I am educated.
I'm a white Christian and lover of all. I am a student with anxiety and I am overcoming it.
I am an African American Christian male, and I am me.
We are the Wolfpack.
Each of us identifies in different ways, but we are also so much more than that.
We are more.
You are more.
I am NC State.
We are NC State.
You are NC State. We once sat in those very seats. We had the same hopes,
The same fears, the same dreams that you do.
You are now adding your voice.
your presence, your experiences to the Wolfpack.
As NC State students, we have the choice, the opportunity,
The responsibility.
To create an inclusive community that is welcoming to all and hostile to none. To create a campus where civility trumps hate and respect overshadows intolerance.
We believe strongly in the Wolfpack community. But like most families, we know we are not perfect. We live in a world where individuals or groups make choices that hurt our campus community.
Sometimes we may say things that we think are funny, or we antagonize another person because of their
Size.
Ethnicity.
Sexual orientation,
Gender identity. Economic status.
accent,
Family.
Politics. Or faith.
And it's happening all over the country. You've seen the headlines, events and decisions that go against everything our community stands for.
Every week there's another story about hazing, racism, violence, sexual assault, or hate crimes. You've watched the videos and read the tweets.
You've seen the cruel comments on Yik Yak.
We've all seen good students make really poor decisions.
Decisions that impact lives, futures, and families. We've all known good people who have been silent witnesses to injustice and hate.
We'd like to think it couldn't happen here.
United States.
But we know we're not immune.
It's happened so often that some people have almost become numb to the shock of it.
Almost.
It's happened so often that we can't process the details of one story before the next one is crowding our newsfeed.
Shocking us.
Frightening us.
Angering us.
It's happening so often that the stories are blurring together.
It's happening so often.
Too often. At a university in Oklahoma, fraternity members on a bus to a party cheered and laughed while reciting a racist chant that used the N-word and advocated the lynching of black people.
During spring break at Panama City Beach, a female college student was sexually assaulted by multiple male students.
On a South Carolina campus, several cars and trucks were vandalized with baseball bats.
No
The
one
windows
stepped
bashed
up to
in their
help.
windshields,
No
and the
one.
words
At a small
redneck
college
and
in North
racist
Carolina,
were spray painted
football
onto the
players were
vehicles.
arrested
In
for beating
Illinois, a
three
political
Palestinian
speech
students.
turned violent
Attackers
after
called them
students
terrorists
yelled
during the
slurs,
assault.
spit on at a college in Indiana
to physically assault
sorority
students
house of the event.
chapter.
In
They had done
California,
nothing
students
wrong.
planned a
In fact,
Mexican
the only thing they had in common is that someone decided they were too fat or too ugly to continue.
In Wisconsin, following a rally for equality, two people were verbally assaulted and then punched in the face just because they were wearing legalized gay t-shirts.
And at NC State, our school, racist words have been painted in the free expression tone. And someone spray painted the words, "Burn and die," across the entrance of the GLBT Center. Burn and die.
Burn and die.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
But words?
This doesn't have to happen here.
Not on our campus.
We wish we could say that these are isolated incidents.
They're not.
Every year.
More than 1 million college students are targets of bias-driven slurs or physical assaults.
Every day.
At least one hate crime occurs on a college campus.
Every minute. A college student somewhere sees or hears racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, or otherwise biased words or images.
This does not have to happen here.
Not at State.
Not on our campus.
Not in our organizations. Not on our athletic team.
Not in our classrooms.
Not here.
Not us. Not ever.
Martin Luther King Jr., in his letter from Birmingham jail, said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly.
Whatever affects one person
affects us all.
Your time at State should be focused on your education, both inside and outside the classroom.
On intellectual growth and personal development.
Every encounter and every situation will help refine and define your values and your impact on the path.
Every person you meet and interact with gives you the opportunity to expand your understanding of the world and your place in it.
Every choice you make will have some degree of impact.
Your time at NC State should be intentional and purposeful.
Each encounter,
Each person.
Each choice.
Matters. First they came for the Jews.
And I did not speak out because I was not a Jew.
Then they came for the trade unionists.
And I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist.
Then they came for the Catholics.
And I did not speak out because I was not a Catholic.
Then they came for the communists.
And I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Pastor Martin Niemöller, Nazi concentration camp survivor.
I wish someone had spoken up for me when I was
Made fun of.
Hurt.
excluded.
Harassed.
We each have to find the courage to look within ourselves, at our own words and choices, and examine what role we play in the struggles our community faces.
Sometimes we assume everyone has the same background.
Culture.
Privileges.
Resources.
And opportunities.
That we do. We often cause pain, isolation, or anger without even knowing it.
With our offhanded comments,
Small words, ignorant assumptions.
Or unintentional labeling.
because each of us brings our own biases to campus.
Intentional or not, they impact our daily interactions and how we relate to one another.
For Halloween, my roommate dressed as an Indian princess.
What about Border Patrol theme for the party? Ponchos, sombreros, Mexican beer? And we can have door guards dressed like U.S. Border Patrol agents.
Not knowing the history and significance behind someone's heritage or culture isn't an excuse to use it for your entertainment.
Stick to costumes and party themes that don't perpetuate stereotypes.
No, but like, where are you really from? You speak English really well.
You have such an exotic look.
You're really articulate.
You're so lucky there are scholarships for you.
I didn't even know Indians still existed.
We may think our comments and questions are well-intentioned and not realize that the underlying messages we send are hurtful.
Exploring our own unconscious biases can be a valuable learning experience that strengthens our community.
Bisexual people just want to sleep with everyone.
I never would have guessed you're gay.
You're so pretty. I can't believe you're trans.
Non-binary? How can you not be a man or a woman?
So, who's the man in the relationship?
Gender identity and sexual orientation are different for everyone. Check your assumptions. Use preferred pronouns and treat people based upon how they want to be treated.
This weather is bipolar.
How'd you end up in a wheelchair?
Why are you so OCD about everything?
Quit being so lame. What are you? Blind?
Whether someone has a visible or invisible disability, they deserve to be treated as a person.
So lean into any discomfort you may have and challenge yourself to learning about each other's lived experiences.
I feel so sorry for those women who have to wear headscarves.
What church do you go to?
Wait, you're allowed to move a test just for Passover?
Christians are so judgy.
So you pray how many times a day?
The way someone chooses or chooses not to engage in faith and spirituality may not be the same as you, but you do have the opportunity to educate yourself on how it impacts their lives.
Engage in interfaith dialogue in class, in your residence hall, and in your organizations.
I need everyone to pitch in $20 for gas.
Let's just split the bill evenly. That's easier.
Why do you have to work? Just take the day off.
Oh, just get your parents to pay for it.
Be careful making assumptions that another person's financial situation is the same as yours.
Regardless of our income, we all have a place on NC State's campus.
We are more than just a label.
I am more than just my skin color.
I am more than just what I wear.
I am more than just who I love and how I express myself.
I am more than just my abilities.
I am more than just what God I may or may not worship. I am more than just my bank account.
I am more than just where I'm from. Learn my story.
We are more.
You are more.
We work every day to impact the world for good.
But we must also take the time to truly learn about one another.
To invite dialogue where none may have existed before.
To explore our own biases and listen to the lived experiences of others.
To critically think how our experiences shape who we are.
To stunt the fears that stop us from engaging with each other.
To respect the courage and emotional risks taken by those who open up to us.
Being a part of the Woodpack community means we each have a greater responsibility.
A greater responsibility to ourselves.
And each other. We must keep NC State
Strong.
If not you, then who?
It takes a great deal of courage to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends.
Of the
J.K.
Woodpack
Rowling.
community.
Your words
Who
matter.
are you?
Your actions matter.
As a
Your
member,
attitude matters.
Your values matter.
Your presence matters.
You matter.
Every word spoken has the ability to build someone up.
Or tear someone down.
Our words should be spoken with love,
Not hate.
understanding.
Not fear.
inclusion,
Not exclusion. But too often our words are anything but respectful.
The words we use to make ourselves look big.
That in truth point to our own smallness.
The words that are casually used on social media.
That in real life cause real pain and have real consequences.
So watch your words.
Your words become your actions.
Watch your actions.
Your actions become your habits.
Watch your habits.
Your habits become your character.
Watch your character.
Your character becomes your destiny.
Who will you be?
our common ties binds us together, and our differences make us stronger.
Each individual's story and experience adds to the richness of the pack.
We live by the statement, the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
We are the pack.
On this day, and in this place, you begin your journey as a member of the Wolfpack family.
You will add your presence, passions, and purpose to the pack.
You will make friends.
Make decisions.
And mistakes.
Every day, you'll make choices that will impact your future and the future of others.
Choose wisely. Choose with courage.
Choose to ask for help.
Choose to be extraordinary.
The future of the pack is in our hands.
We must be the change we wish to see in the world.
The change on our campus.
The change begins here.
The change begins now.
Who will you be?